right, so you've seen what all Matt's done to the van, and from what I've been told, everything is ready to go. So me and John decided this weekend we're going to get it. We're currently going down the highway in John's little hoopty Hyundai, the Southern Accent. Figured why not test out two vehicles. We're probably gambling really hard there, but it'll be all right. Pretty positive everything's gonna go well, but anything could happen. It is a 45-year-old vehicle, so yeah, wish us luck. That's Pilot Mountain. Okay, so we're about 3 hours into the trip right now. We're just passing Pilot Mountain. We're going to be hitting the state line here in a little while. I mean, half of our trip is driving through North Carolina, so because we're in like the central part, and we've got to go through the mountain side of it, then go through the mountains of Virginia, then on up into Ohio. So yeah, it's a long drive, but we've spent a total of maybe $16 in gas in this car so far.
No air conditioning, no power steering, manual windows, manual transmission, and 37 miles a gallon. I'll take it.
Granted, it's not 100 degrees yet, but it'll be all right. I mean, we got that 260 air conditioning, two windows down at 60 miles an hour. So we'll get on down the road a little bit here. Probably get back with you when we hit the Virginia state line, and then again at Ohio, and then it'll be Matt's house. So yep. I'm glad we're saving a bunch of money on gas in this car, because I know it's going to drink it on the way back in that van. So,
That will be all right.
Look at here, we made it to Virginia. It's like a dance party in here.
Well, we're all done with the step van, and there's a Southern Accent here. What are you doing? When'd you get here?
I'm making sure you got everything right on this thing. Yeah, got to double check behind you.
Yeah, they are about to.
I trust you, but you know.
Yeah. All right, we got a full tank of gas in her.
Yeah, all $75 worth. Oh God.
Hey, kick on your air conditioning.
Oh yeah. Ah. That's lovely.
It is lovely.
It's lovely.
We got the DOT approved seating. Remember, in 1978, there was no rear seat belts. I think. Don't quote me on that.
There wasn't a passenger seat either.
No, I'm standing.
I think the seats were attached to the floor in 1978.
Well, I mean, we got 5/16 self-tappers. We can make it happen.
You're right.
Now, you're going to get up here, you're going to see an alleyway, and I'm going to show you that other box van.
Oh, nice. Oh, he's got a shorty too, man.
And that's got an LS in it.
Oh, wow.
With an awning.
Man. God. Jelly now. Now I have a goal. This thing is so much quieter.
Yeah. It's amazing how well you can talk.
I didn't realize how loud this thing actually was until you put a muffler on it, and then you're like, man.
Well, it was technically a 2-chamber Magnaflow is what was on it. And it was a 3.5-inch Magnaflow, and now you're at 3-inch to 2 1/4.
Yeah, it is a full muffler.
Yeah.
Movie night.
Well, I'll see y'all later.
Good man. Appreciate it.
Like butter. There she goes. Dude, it looks so good at night. Morning. All right, see y'all.
Later, man. See you next time.
Yeah, till next time.
So we're about 80 miles in, and we stopped to get some food, and I figured, hey, I'll go ahead and walk around and make sure everything's good with the van. Got a little bit of a front crank seal oil leak. Nothing I can do about it right now, so I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on it. Doesn't seem like I've lost any oil yet, but we got a long way to go, so it's gonna be something I have to keep an eye on. This thing drinks gas. I'm guessing I'll probably get about 8 miles to the gallon, maybe somewhere around there. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Neither me nor John got a lot of sleep. John's not feeling great, so we're just gonna take it easy. It's gonna take us a while to get home, but we'll make it there. So hopefully, knock on wood, we'll be okay. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one. John's over there taking a break. I'm kind of walking over the van, make sure everything's good. Just keeping an eye on that oil leak. Transmission fluid was a little bit low, so I topped it up. Other than that, it's doing fine. I mean, about 55 to 60 is all she's got, but I mean, she's handling the road well. She steers, everything is perfect. So, I mean, once I get it back home, you know, runs to Busco will be no problem for this thing. But a lot of highway driving on this van is rough. So, I'm just steadily putting miles on it. Just trying to keep between the mayonnaise and the mustard, I guess. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. Currently running down the Blue Ridge Parkway. I would love to take my phone out and show you everything, but yeah, probably not safe to do that right now. It just rained, and it turns out this thing is not fun at all to drive when it's raining. I hope y'all can hear me. I've got both doors open because it's so hot, this thing. So far, the van's used about 1.5 quarts of oil and maybe a pint of transmission fluid. Other than that, everything's good. I mean, it rides great. It stops like it's supposed to. It's not all over the road. John's behind me in the Hyundai. That thing's still running strong, so we'll keep it moving. Hopefully we'll make it back to North Carolina here in the next about 2.5 hours. That's some top tier air conditioning. Found out the happy place on this thing. It's a turbo 350, so third gear, you roll her up about 2750 in the RPM range. She locks in about 55 and she's happy as can be. Now I'm gonna put my phone down before I crash or get arrested. We're about an hour from the house. Well, made it back in one piece. John's not gonna be here for the outro because we were both tired. He just wanted to go home. I don't blame him. 503 miles back to North Carolina, and this thing handled it beautifully. But there's still some issues that I need to resolve. Now, I knew this before we left Ohio, but these reverse lights do not work. Matt tested them out, and the actual housings and everything are just so corroded that these need to be replaced. So I'm just going to get some flush mount LED reverse lights to go back here. Probably go ahead and do the brake lights as well. Now, for the really fun stuff, we have some, not super serious, but they are some issues that definitely need to be addressed soon. Now, Matt went ahead and changed this water pump, and we've got new belts and everything on it, so we're good to go there. Didn't have any issues with this water pump at all, but right here behind the timing cover, there's a seal inside of there that comes out around that shaft that goes through the water pump, and it leaks. And that's why everything under here is coated in oil. At least I don't have to worry about it rusting. So I drove this thing to work one day so I could go get the License and Theft Bureau to inspect it. After getting my inspection done, everything was good on it. It was low on fuel. Big surprise there, it gets 7 miles to the gallon. So I filled it up before I came home and parked it so that the next time it would already have gas in it. And that led me to another issue that we definitely need to address. Now, I don't know how well y'all can see that. You see all those wet spots around that gas tank? Yeah. All along that pinch weld right there in the middle, it leaks. So I got home with the van and parked it right where it's at. And the next morning I came out here and you could barely get near this van. The gas fumes were so bad. I couldn't see a visible leak up under the van, but we're thinking it's either the fuel tank itself or the vent lines are corroded and need to be replaced. But considering the age of the tank, we're just going to go ahead and replace the whole thing just to be safe, get new straps, new tank, new lines, everything, and be done with it so we don't have to worry about anything again. Then I've got to figure out a way to attach a receiver hitch to the back of this van because I cannot find one specifically made for this. I've also got to get a front end alignment because there is quite a bit of feathering and cupping on these front wheels. But all in all, driving this thing home, 503 miles, I think, this thing did amazing. So, granted, it gets terrible gas mileage. It takes up a lot of real estate, and it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it drives so well, and it handled the trip home pretty well. Once I got it locked in about 55 miles an hour, this thing just cruised on down the road. It didn't care about a hill. It didn't care about wind, rain, any of that. It just chugged right along. This is a win. This is also the largest vehicle I've ever owned in my life, but we're going to get so much use out of this thing. I mean, seriously, from the back of that door to the end, all that space for activities. We're also going to paint the outside of it probably. We're going to paint it white because, as you probably saw, this makes a really good projector screen. So we'll probably bring a projector with us, watch some YouTube videos and stuff at night at camp at Busco for Mini Mayhem. I think that'll be a good time. Might have a movie night on the side of the van. I guess you could call that a drive-in theater. But I think this was a good decision. Yeah, it was a good decision. If you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe. Use the links in the description to pick up a t-shirt from Mini Bike Apparel. And until next time, y'all get out there and get after it.